Feel free to like or dislike the video, though it is not required. Seong is the main character at the start of the drama. It is his son's birthday. Seong's mother gives him cash to take his son to dinner. However, Seong needs more money. He steals his mother's ATM card. Then he withdraws all of her money. He wagers the money on horse racing and wins for $1,000,000. Now Seong had previously taken out a loan. That is why loan sharks are after him. They catch and severely beat Seong. When Seong checks his pockets to repay the money, he finds it is gone. This was his winnings from the horse race. Hwang recalls running into a girl while escaping from them. Apparently this girl picked his pocket. Because Seong is impoverished, they give him 1 month's time, and this time he must return their money. Seong gathers some money again and takes his son for a meal. Afterwards, Seong rushes to the train station. Unfortunately, Seong misses his train. A stranger approaches Seong while he is sitting and waiting for his train. Seong is unfamiliar with the man. The mysterious man tells Seong, "I want to play a game with you." He tells Seong, "If you win this game, I will give you 100,000 won. Hearing about a liar, a sum of money, Seong agrees to play the game. After being slapped many times, Seong wins the game. He receives the 100,000 won. The unknown person gives Seong a card saying, "If you want to earn more money, contact this number." Returning home, Seong's mother tells him that his daughter is moving to the US with her stepfather next year. It is revealed here that Seong is divorced and his ex-wife has remarried. Seong does not want his daughter to move so far away from him. He needs a lot of money to get custody of his daughter. So he calls the number on the card. Seong is picked up in a van with other people. They are all knocked out with gas, and when they awaken they discover they are in a facility with 455 other people. They realize they are players as they are all wearing uniforms. The host of this facility is a man. One is the front man. He is keeping an eye on them. The one thing they have in common is that they have all incurred massive debts. Seong meets player 01. He is an old man. He has a brain tumor, which is the reason he is here. His life is about to end anyway. A fight breaks out between two players. A girl named Sae-byuk and a man named Jang. Sae-byuk is the same girl who stole Seong's money. She had picked his pocket. Seong recognizes her immediately. Their signatures are obtained on a contract. The first clause of this contract states that a player cannot voluntarily leave the game. The second clause states that any player who refuses to play will be eliminated. What eliminated means to them will soon become clear. The third clause states that if the majority of players agree, the games can be stopped. After this, they are taken to play the first game. Seong meets his childhood classmate Sang-woo. Seong is shocked to see him as he was supposed to be overseas on business. The first game features a massive doll. This game's rule is simple. Ween. Where the doll sings, they have to move forward. When it stops singing, they have to freeze. They must not move. If someone moves, they will be eliminated. At first, everything appears to be a joke. But when one boy moves, he is shot and killed. This is the meaning of elimination. It means they will be killed. Seeing this, they all panic. They discover they are in mortal danger. Terrified and panicked, they begin to run. Now, because of the game's rule, anyone who moves is shot. The survivors somehow complete the game. The dead bodies are removed, leaving only 201 of the original 456 players. All the players are scared and none of them want to continue playing. They invoke the third clause, allowing the majority to stop the game. The front man conducts the voting process after showing them the prize money, the money the winner will receive. But if they leave the game, this money will be given to the families of the deceased players. The prize money is a total of 456 billion won. The vote is held and the majority chooses not to play the game. That is why the game is stopped. They are told they can rejoin the game in the future if they wish. They are all taken back to their homes. The next day, Seong goes to the police station and tells them everything. But they do not believe him. They think he is insane. Seong shows them the card, but surprisingly the number on it is invalid. Seong returns home, but his mother is not there. Seong's classmate Sang-woo is secretly watching his mother. Meanwhile, Seong arrives. Upset, Sang-woo tells Seong, "I am under 6 billion won of debt." He explains that he put his client's money into stock K futures. Regrettably, all of the money was lost. Seong receives a call from the hospital that his mother's foot is injured. Her wound grew larger because she failed to treat her diabetes. The doctor informs Seong that his mother can be saved, but they must amputate her foot. This operation requires a lot of money. Obviously, Seong has no money. He has even used up his mother's insurance money. Seong goes to his ex-wife to ask for money. His wife refuses to give him any. She tells her husband that Seong came asking for money. Her husband comes to give Seong money and says, "Stay away from my family." Seong starts beating him, and then his daughter arrives. Ali, a friend of Seong, goes to his boss to ask for his wages. His boss refuses to pay, so a fight starts between them. During the fight, his boss' hand is severely injured in a machine. Seizing the opportunity, Ali escapes. With the money, returning home, Ali tells his wife to take their child and get the first flight and leave. Se-byuk meets with an agent because she needs to smuggle her mother from North to South Korea. Se-byuk was the one who stole Seong's money. She needs money to bring her mother to her. Se-byuk has a younger brother and promised to bring their mother to him. Later, a police officer is shown. His brother is missing. The officer goes to his brother's house. He discovers his brother has not been home for the last few days. While searching the house, the officer finds a card, the same card the officer had seen with Seong at the police station. The officer approaches Seong and inquires about it, but Seong refuses to answer. When Seong returns home, he finds the same card waiting for him. Seong decides that he will rejoin the game. All the returning players are taken to a location near a ship. The officer also arrives, tailing the vehicles. He incapacitates a guard and throws him in the water. The players are taken to a facility on an island. They have no idea about the next game or how it will be played. They begin to form teams. Se-byuk and another female player go to the washroom at night. Escaping from the guards, Se-byuk explores the facility. She notices the guards are cooking something in huge pots. The guards become suspicious and one comes to check the washrooms. By then, Se-byuk has returned. Se-byuk tells her friend everything she saw. Sang-woo overhears them. He asks Se-byuk about it, and she tells him they were cooking something in huge pots. Then all the players are taken to the playground. There are 4 shapes in front of them, and they each have to choose one. Sang-woo figures out what the game is and what they have to do. Sang-woo tells Seong's team that they all have to choose different shapes. They are given a tin of dalgona, a honeycomb candy with a shape pressed into it. Their game is tea. They'll somehow extract the shape without any damage. If the shape breaks, they will be eliminated, which means they will be killed. Sang-woo easily extracts his shape. Panicked, Seong's situation becomes desperate. But then he somehow wins this game. They are taken back to the dorm. Only 107 players returned, meaning only 108 were left. After this, they are taken to get food. Because of the small food portions, Jang fights with a man. Jang beats the man to death on the spot. The doctor is shown to be among the players. He harvests organs from the dead players and sells them with the help of some guards. That is why whenever dead bodies were taken, some of their organs disappeared. This was all happening according to a plan. This was happening secretly without the frontman's knowledge. This is why they have their own man stationed in the control room. He used to delete all the video footage of them. The guards would inform the doctor about the next game ahead of time so that he would survive. A guard informs the doctor, "We have given the players less food today, so they will fight amongst themselves. Because of this, all the weak players will be out of the game." With that, the guard tells the doc, Tour about the next game. Now the lights are about to go off in 30 minutes. Sang-woo knows that Jang's team will do something violent. He calls his team and tells them to build a barricade and stay alert. The doctor joins Jang's team. The doctor tells Jang about the next game. After that, the lights turn off and Jang along with his team attacks everyone. After killing a girl, Jang goes to kill Sae-byuk. Seong saves her. The guards arrive and stop them. There are now only 80 people left. Later they are taken for the third game. They are asked to form teams consisting of 10 players. They do this. And form their teams. Jang is aware of the upcoming game, so he does not include any women in his team. He makes his team consist only of strong men. Sang-woo also makes his team, but they need one more player. A woman named Min-yeo is added to their team. This game is tug of war. This means they have to pull the opposing team off a platform. The game starts. Jang's team easily wins their game. Now it is Sang-woo's team's turn. Player Owen, the old man, says, I have played many tug of war games in my life. That is why he guides them on how to win this game. Yes. On how they win the game. The lights are shown to be turning off again in 30 minutes. Sang-woo tells them to be ready. They decide they will take turns standing guard. Jang's team consists of strong players. Jang becomes afraid that his own team will betray him. The doctor and guards are taking the organs of the dead bodies. Guards number 28 and 29 are going to deliver these organs. They talk about a dead body having only one kidney and call the person a zombie. Guard number 29 is the disguised officer who now has to deliver the organs. He arrives dressed as a guard and suspects they are discussing his brother. He also notices explosives in the tunnel. Number 28 tells him, when we get out, this place will be blown up. The officer tries to get more information from number 28. Number 28 becomes suspicious of him. He asks the officer to show his face. While revealing his face, the officer points his gun at number 28. The officer asks him about the person with one kidney. Number 28 says she was a girl. He says he can find all the information by going to the leader's room. The data on everyone is there. On learning this, the officer kills number 28. The doctor asks a guard about the next game. This time the guards do not know what the next game is. The doctor becomes furious. He fights, holds a guard hostage and escapes after killing him. Another guard also chases him and reaches a playground. The guard is about to kill the doctor after trapping him. The front man arrives and kills the guard and then kills the doctor. On the way he finds the dead body of number 28. He knows there is an intruder in the facility. The officer reaches the front man's room. While searching, he arrives at an archive room containing everyone's records. The officer checks and finds the records of past winners. His brother's name is their meaning. He was a previous winner. The players are taken for the fourth game. They are asked to choose a partner. The players do so and choose their partners. A woman named Ji-young also tries to find a partner, but no one is willing to be her partner. Following that, each player is given 10 marbles. The game is that each player has to take all the marbles from their partner without using force. The person with no marbles at the end will be killed. Sang-woo and Ali play an odds and evens game. They have to guess the number of marbles in the other's hand. Ali wins all of Sang-woo's marbles. As a result, Sang-woo has only one marble left. For the final round, Sang-woo knows that his life will be over. He deceives Ali, making him believe they can form a team and get through this together. While cheating, Sang-woo secretly switches Ali's marbles with stones. Taking the real marbles, he gives them to the guard. He then leaves. Ali checks his pouch of marbles, but it now contains stones. The condition of player Owen, the old man, has worsened. That is why he is wandering around aimlessly. Seong gets him ready to play. They also play an odds and evens game. The old man wins all of Seong's marbles. In the last round, the old man forgets what age he has chosen. Seong takes his marbles back by tricking him. The old man had one marble left. He begins to wonder again. Seong again requests him to play another game. The old man says, I know you have taken all the marbles from me by cheating. He says, I knew everything, but I was acting like a fool. Hearing this, Seong gives him his last marble out of friendship. Se-byuk and Ji-young are also playing a game. Their game is the one who throws their marble closest to a wall wins. At first Se-byuk throws her marble. When it is Ji-young's turn, she purposely misses her shot. Seeing this, Se-byuk asks her friend to throw it again. Her friend says, no, Se-byuk, I am alone, I have nothing to return to. But if something bad happens to you, that would not be good. Her younger brother is waiting for her. Ji-young is then killed. Their dead bodies are taken from there. They return to the dorms. Jang notices Min-yeo is still alive. She is sitting calmly. It is revealed here that Min-yeo was an old acquaintance of Jang. There was a reason they clashed. Min-yeo threatens him. Later, the front man finds the officer's ID card near a dead body. The front man is informed that his VIPs are. They arrive. The front man moves to receive them. All the VIPs are taken to their rooms. The front man reports the VIPs' arrival to another man. The next day they are all brought for the 5th game. There are numbered bibs from 1 to 16. The players must choose their numbers. This means their TURN will be according to the number they choose. In the end, the first and the last numbers are left, numbers 1 and 16. Seong is confused about which number he should choose. If he chooses the first option, he will be at a disadvantage as he does not know the game. If he chooses the last number, it is possible he will not get a turn due to the time limit. Meanwhile, a man arrives. He says to Seong, I want the first number. Because I have never been first in my life, they are taken to a new game room. The rule of the game is they have to cross a bridge in the given time. There are 2 parallel glass panels on the bridge. One is ordinary glass, but the other is tempered glass. The ordinary glass will break when they step on it. They will fall to their deaths. The game begins and they are eliminated one by one. Jang is at the front of the line and refuses to move forward. They have only one choice, to move forward or die there. Min-yeo comes to the front. She is the woman Jang betrayed. She says, I told you when you deceived me that I would kill you. She grabs Jang and jumps and they are both killed. There is a man who used to work in a glass company. He knows which panel is tempered glass. The front man turns off the lights so they will not be able to recognize the glass. They do not have time for the last step. Sang-woo pushes the man. Sang-woo, Seong and Se-byuk cross the bridge because of the exploding. In G-glass they are injured. Se-byuk is badly hurt. The officer has taken a servant's place after killing him. A VIP becomes suspicious of the officer. He asks him to remove his mask. The officer says, okay, but I will remove my mask when we go inside. The officer goes inside with the VIP. The officer makes the VIP faint. The front man finds out. The front man chases him and corners the officer. The officer escapes and reaches a cliff on the island. The front man arrives chasing him. The officer tries to call his superiors, but the call is disconnected. The officer sends all the proof, but there is no network. The front man captures the officer and asks him to come with him. The officer fires a bullet at the front man's shoulder. When the front man takes off his mask, the officer realizes it is his brother. The front man shoots him. He falls into the water. Se-byuk is injured by the glass. She is bleeding heavily. The survivors are taken to have dinner. A steak knife is placed near them, implying that at night anyone might kill. Lines another. Seong notices that Se-byuk's condition is worsening. He says to Se-byuk, do not worry, we are a team and we will defeat Sang-woo. Then we will leave and divide the money. Se-byuk tells him, I have a younger brother. I left him in an orphanage. If one of us gets out, he or she must take CR of both of our families. Se-byuk's condition is critical. She needs a doctor. Seong goes to ask for help, but when he returns, Sang-woo has killed Se-byuk. The next day they are taken for the final game. The rule is simple: a fight to the death. This game is called the Squid Game. The game starts. There is a huge fight between them. In the end, Sang-woo is badly injured. Seong says, "I want to stop this game." Seong asks Sang-woo to come with him. Sang-woo kills himself. Seong wins the game. The front man says to Seong, "You played well, but I was not expecting this." Seong is dropped off at his home. He has an ATM card. When he checks it, he sees all the prize money has been transferred. Seong goes into his house, but his mother has died before his arrival. He is traumatized and has not moved on. He has not used the prize money yet. A lady who is selling flowers comes to Seong and gives him the same kind of card. An address is mentioned on it. Seong goes to the address. There he discovers it was all orchestrated by the old man, player 01. The old man is still alive. He tells Seong he was bored with his life. He says, "I created these games with my clients so I could enjoy watching people. But we did not force anyone to do this." He says, "I took part in the game because playing is more enjoyable than watching." He tells Seong that the money he has is mine. Then the old man dies. Seong goes to find Sae-byok's younger brother. He drops him off with Sang-woo's mother. He asks her to take care of the kid. He gives her a bag full of money. Seong goes to the station and sees the same unknown person he met at the start. Seong chases him, but he escapes. Seong calls the number on the card. He asks who they are and why they are doing this to people. He asks why they are tampering with other people's lives. The response is, "Seong, get on the plane if you want to live." Seong sees that games continue even after he won. He realizes the system is larger than he thought. He feels powerless, but knows he must act carefully. He has the prize money, but it is not fully his. He must respect the old man's rules if he wants to survive. The world of the games is still active. People are watching and betting on new players. Seong understands that what he experienced is just a part of a larger system. He walks away from the station thinking about his daughter and Sae-byok's brother. He knows he must protect those who survived. He also realizes that the trauma will follow him forever. Seong goes home with the prize money. He feels empty despite his victory. He thinks about Sae-byok and Ollie and the others who did not survive. He wonders how the games continue without him. He recalls the front man and the VIPs and the control they have over the players. He thinks about player 01A and his boredom that caused so much suffering. He realizes that the money is not freedom. It is a tool that comes with responsibility. Seong remembers how he had to cheat and strategize to survive. He remembers the sacrifices of player 01, the old man, and how he manipulated everyone. He thinks about the lives lost in the Squid Game and the horrors of the glass bridge and the tug of war. He remembers the marbles game and how he deceived the old man to save himself. He remembers Sae-byok's loyalty to her family and her tragic death. He realizes that survival required moral compromise. He wonders if humanity can survive under such circumstances. He considers how the debt system forced ordinary people into extraordinary danger. He recalls the children he saw and the innocence lost. He remembers Sang-woo's choices and how they reflected desperation and ambition. He thinks about his own family, Lee, and the safety of his daughter. He realizes that even after winning, he cannot return to normal life. He knows that trauma will follow him forever. He remembers the unknown man at the station and the first game that lured him in. He knows the system is still active and others will be trapped. He feels powerless but determined to use his knowledge wisely. Seong drops Sae-byok's younger brother with Sang-woo's mother. He gives her a bag of money and instructions to care for the child. He watches the boy safely enter the home. Seong goes to the train station and sees the unknown man from the start. He chases him, but the man escapes. Seong calls the number on the card and asks why they are doing this to people. He demands to know who controls the games. The response instructs Seong to get on the plane if he wants to live. He realizes the games and the system are larger than he imagined. He understands that the threat is ongoing and that survival depends on caution. He recalls every challenge and every death he witnessed. He remembers the moral compromises he made to survive. He thinks about player Owen the old man and how he orchestrated everything for amusement. Seong considers the front man and the VIPs and their role in perpetuating the me's. He realizes that winning has not ended the danger. He reflects on the debts that drove people into the games. He remembers Sabiok Ali and the other survivors and the promises he made to them. He resolves to protect those who cannot protect themselves. He walks through the city contemplating survival responsibility and the consequences of human greed. He knows trauma will always accompany him. He understands that the games will continue and that others will be trapped. He resolves to act wisely with the money and knowledge he has. He thinks about morality, justice, and survival. He steps forward into the world forever changed by what he experienced. He carries the memory of the games and the responsibility for the lives affected. He understands that life has no guarantees but that actions can make a difference. He walks forward determined, cautious, and aware of the larger system that exists beyond his control.